I am a content creator and I am supposed to fight for fellow content creators to either not pay or they must give a counter offer to the government on what they wish or will to pay. And here is my take on how you people got yourself into this mess. How do I convince the government or the people who do not understand content creation that you don't have money and you are not able to pay the 15% tax, when what you show out there is that you are millionaires? You people brought this problem to yourself, and I'm not lying to you.
Yo, hello and good night. It's actually night here. Good morning, actually. It's 2:36 a.m. This is Elijah.gichuru. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the greatest YouTuber in the Republic of Kenya. Now, Jalang'o, comedian, MP for Lang'ata, and one of the most influential public figures around, has come out to call out influencers, to call out content creators and digital content creators in a video where he was seemingly addressing this group of people, including myself. Yeah, he talked about how it's difficult for him as a member of parliament. Remember, he is the elected MP of Lang'ata, and so he represents his people as well. He's also in some committees, for example the broadcast committee, and he represents his people and also Kenyans at large. So he came out on a video on YouTube telling content creators how it is difficult for him to justify before the committee why these Kenyan content creators should not pay 15% withholding tax as proposed by the government in the finance bill of 2023. Now,
I am in Kisumu as we speak for a parliamentary committee meeting on broadcasting where content creators and all these people now fall. And I am a content creator and I am supposed to fight for fellow content creators to either not pay or they must give a counter offer to the government on what they wish or will to pay. And here is my take on how you people got yourself into this mess. How do I convince the government or the people who do not understand content creation that you don't have money and you are not able to pay the 15% tax, when what you show out there is that you are millionaires? Now, this is some of the things I was being asked when we were going through different content creators' pages. You people brought this problem to yourself. How do I convince the panel that I'm about to face today that you people don't have money? You people brought this problem to yourself. And I'm not lying to you. The government is not going to relent. What we need...
remember that Eric Omondi has been at the forefront of fighting this finance bill not to pass. Okay, reason being that it kind of cripples the activities of digital content creators, and it is very difficult for these people to make money or to even get capital to start, to buy a camera, to buy a lapel, to get fare to travel and shoot content. So it is difficult. That is it. But on the other hand, now Jalang'o came out to say that you guys, you're saying you don't have money and you're convincing the government you can't pay 15% tax. But when you go to the pages of content creators led by Mungai Eve, we see the Porsche home, Kileleshwa, the car, Ogawabi Natan 33 Volkswagen. He bought himself a car. Mkurugenzi bought himself a new Land Rover Discovery. Kabi wa Jesus bought his wife a new Land Rover Discovery. Vincent Mboya, 1 million shillings in cash. Eric Omondi showed some cash also. And he has thousands of advertising deals. Bahati, you name them. All these content creators, they have one thing in common: a massive show of opulence online. You know, as Ziad was in Dubai the other day, you know. I mean, so Jalang'o argues that these people, it's difficult to convince the government that these people are not making money and therefore they can't pay the tax. And so he gave two options. You either come up with a counter offer and say maybe we'll pay 5%, or you just take the government's offer, because he's saying the government will not relent on its push to have content creators pay taxes. For instance, you're saying, and this has been the argument even with my friends out there, that a P1 teacher, that's here in Kenya, that's an primary school teacher, is subjected to 30% tax. But you have these millionaires, online content creators, digital content creators, throwing lavish parties. For instance, Ambare saying she spends 300,000 a day. But if you go to the tax records, or if you impose taxes on these content creators, they make a lot of noise. They want to strike, they want to demonstrate, they want to picket. And it's something that KRA cannot be able to match their lifestyle online and their alleged tax records. But this is what I have to say. My take is this. Now, we've heard from Jalang'o, but this is my take. One thing about content creation, you must do a lot of showbiz. For instance, me going to a hotel, a 5-star lavish hotel, does not necessarily mean I can afford that hotel. Someone can take me out, you know, an organization can take me out. All right? Me posting a car does not mean I own that car. And that's sort of the message I would like to put out there, that when you see me in a Ferrari, it doesn't mean I own it. Unless you can prove you have proof of ownership, you can't just see me in a beautiful house and assume I own that house. It's just the fact of content creation. Somebody like Marwa travels the world. He's in everywhere in this world. Okay? Traveled to over 70 countries. He's a Kenyan. Now, all those posh hotels he has been to and all those places, does that mean he owns those places? Well, but you might argue, but where does he get the money for traveling to all these places? Now, of course, he gets it from YouTube, but it's not really easy to break even on YouTube. The threshold is very high. And the other thing is that 55% of the money you make goes back to YouTube. I think, is it 45 or 55? Yeah? So you either get that amount. I'm not sure if it's 55 or 45. Okay. So like half of your earnings already gone. Okay. It's not that easy to break even on this content creation platform, and if you cripple it now, you'll make it worse for the unemployment. Already Kenya has a problem of unemployment. Okay, so in fact, what I would love to see the government do is provide an enabling environment for more content creators to come up, for more content creators to create content. Because when these people make money, they hire people. The money has a multiply effect. They'll hire videographers, they'll hire editors, they'll hire, they'll purchase cameras, they'll purchase tripods. But if you cripple the operations of these people by imposing very high taxes, actually, what informed the decision of 15%? Why not 5? Why not 10? Why 15? Why? What's up? Why 15? Another thing is, how will you tax these people? One, nowadays you can open a YouTube channel without your face, and it makes you millions of dollars. How are you going to tax that channel? Unless you tax, not unless you have an agreement with YouTube for every dollars they send to YouTube channels in Kenya, you pick that tax at the point of entry. You cannot control all the YouTube channels in this country. There are people you don't know. They are not vocal on social media, but they are wealthy in terms of all this kind of money and things like that online. So I beseech the government to look at it holistically, to sit down with the content creators and listen. I'm sure when this proposal was being made, the content creators were not there. The so-called content creators were not there. Sit down with content creators, I myself included, ask them challenges, propose a percentage, get a counter proposal, and that's how you move. That's how you move. Not by imposing taxes, and you're taking more taxes, but these taxes are not translating into jobs. They are not. How many jobs have been created from when the taxes were added? Fuel, whatever. How many jobs have been created? How many? But how many jobs have been created by content creation? People going out of their way and doing things for themselves and making, until drawing even the government's attention. There are people who are making content from way back in 2016. People like Maro. Government had not even discovered there's something like that. Okay.